Welcome back, Kevin's Mobile Repair, the 2011 Hyundai Genesis Coupe. We're doing a window motor regulator assembly. So this customer had this vehicle already torn apart. Some missing screws, missing panel pieces, things of that nature. But we got it all back together. So I'm going to show you what I did and with the window glass adjustment as well. Because if you replace the regulator assembly, which is this whole panel, you can get just the regulator itself, but I got the OEM style that had the panel and everything all brand new. You'll have to adjust the glass back because the glass itself has to come out completely. New regulator, got to adjust everything back in, but I'll show you how it's done. So, first of all, I'm going to take your panel off. The panel's going to have Torx bit here, Torx bit right here for the door handle itself. I just took this piece out, a couple of screws, instead of having to mess with these clips. These clips are just a bear. And being over 10 years old, plastic, I just don't want to break them. So I just took the whole assembly out and set it on the side. That's just me. Also took the switch out so that I could gain access to adjusting it instead of having the door panel in the way when I go to close everything up. This makes it easier for the adjustment process. But anyway, screw, and then top cover right here just pops out, and then everything is push clips around the side. It has a little tool like yay or flathead screwdriver, works the same. So pop all that off, and then you'll have access to all this. These little clips I'm going to put back into place when I go back together, but if the glass is already down, you need to pull it up into one of these two locations right here on each side in order to be able to get the 10mm bolts right there to get the glass completely out. I took this top channel run out. It just sits in place. It will just lift up. Once those two are out, this one's a clamp style, this one's a bolt through. It goes completely through the glass, which actually holds it in place. So take that all the way out, and then you can loosen this up and just take the glass out, set it inside so it doesn't cause any kind of damage or anything like that. Now, once the glass itself is out, all these tins all around the side, the whole regulator assembly and motor will come out. This one was missing the motor, so it made it easier to get the glass up and down in order to get it to where I needed to in order to get those screws out. But if you have to, take the motor itself out, then the regulator assembly will move up and down so that you can get free access to those pieces. Like I said, take the glass out. Once this comes out, the whole assembly just rips out. Now, to this over here. See, this is what happened with this one. Little plastic piece snaps off, what usually happens, tangs, and then glass and everything just falls down the ground. Swap out the new one. Like I said, if you already have this assembly piece of pie, everything's already assembled. The only thing I have to do is this piece right here, which is what the door panel itself sits on, and that Torx bit sits in to hold the door panel right there at the handle piece in. The new one didn't have one, so I had to drill out the old one and pop rivet the old one into place. That may be the only thing that you really have to do. Once that's done, install it. Don't put your motor in yet. Adjust the regulator. You can move your finger, move the regulator to where you need to, so that way these holes line up either here or here. Preferably here, a lot more area. This is for the adjustment process. So get it in. Like I said, this side over here is a clamp style. The piece is missing. That's the one that has the bolt pass through. This piece right here, it's like a little clamp. The glass itself sits inside that little rubber trough. That sits on there like that and just clamps it in place. So what I did is put the glass back in, line it up with the trough so that way it sits down inside. Come over this side, and you can lower it until you see that bolt pass through here. You see the hole on the other side. Put your bolt in, but don't tighten it up yet. Get everything all in the channel runs. Make sure everything is good on both sides. From this section here, get it lined up as best as possible, then go ahead and tighten it up. What you do after that, this is why I have this set up exactly like this. Close the door, go to the other side, roll the window up all the way. You'll see that the glass is likely out of whack. Because of it being messed up the way that it is, you'll then have to adjust everything. This is what the adjusted glass looks like, so this is good. A little tight around here, but it's still plenty of space. You technically want a bigger gap right here, but this thing did not want to go forward anymore. So, your adjustment process. Have it up all the way into where it needs to be. Come over, open the door. If you need to adjust it forward, loosen this up almost all the way. Hold your glass, loosen this piece up here. This is the part right here that you adjust. This right here just slides in and out the little groove piece. There's nothing much you can adjust up here. It just moves forward and backwards. That's it. Here is where you'll go in a 360 motion, up, down, left, right, forward, wherever you need to go in order to get it so that that glass lines up in that position you need to. Once you've done that, and you've gotten everything to where it needs to go, then you do a relearn procedure. See how then it goes back up in place? That's what you want. So the relearn procedure is start the car, have it up in the full up position, roll it all the way down, hold it for 2 seconds, go back in the up position, not the auto position, just in the up position, all the way up to it reaches its top point, hold it there for another 2 seconds, let it go. And the motor has learned where its position is at in the travel. So that way when it opens, it does this. Drops the window down a little bit so that way it's able to go up into the shaft or up into the channel here, and that way you don't have a glass leak. But that is it, and then obviously put your door panel back on, and away you go. Any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know.